Okay, so okay, I got everything deleted, right? So now what I'm going to do is import a file that creates all the users, the ones that start with a P underscore. Those are all the users. And then their shares by the same name, except instead of P, it's a Q correspondingly. And then the special folders that start with an R and special folders that start with an S for share. And then there's two dummy folders called TD and TDUM. Okay, so I got this column here for read write. So we're gonna write to TDUM, and then we're gonna read only access with TD with TD. Yeah, okay. So and then there's a denied access column, and it's empty. And this is the quota. I'm not sure if I should keep it all at 5 gigas. That's 5 GB. And this is 1 megabyte. Okay, so I'm gonna run that, and then after I run that, I'm going to run another file. Let's see. Oh, maybe I don't have it. I don't have it saved, or not. This one. This is the other one. I'm gonna run this one after that. And these are particular users that I'm going to set the passwords to in the read writes and read onlys. So this is the read write column. This is the read only column. And then the final column is the denied access column. And I'm changing the quota to 20 gigs, 20 gigabytes, yeah, from 5 gigabytes to 20 for these particular users. So first step is to create all the users. That's with this file. All the users are there, the P's and the Q's. It looks better on the spreadsheet. So here's the one that creates all the users, and there's all the users, right? I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 19 users, and below that is 19 shares related to those users. 19 shares, yeah. And then below that is special folders, 7 of them that are reserved, and then shareable special folders, but related to those. Those are the ones that start with an S. So the ones that start with an R is reserved, and the ones that start with an S is shareable. The users that start with a P are the actual users. I got 19 of them. The users that start with a Q, I got 19 of them. Pretty much the same set of users as before, but I changed the first letter from P to Q. Q means that I'm going to make those shareable. So they're actually folders that are shareable, that others can see. Okay. but they're owned by by these users. Like say, user Alvaro has owns folder P underscore Alvaro and also owns Q underscore Alvaro. I truncated his name Alvaro and made it Alvar. And so you can think of the ones that begin with P as also reserved or private, but the ones that begin with Q are shareable. That means they're kind of public. Others can see it, but they can't edit it. Okay, so I took this file, and these last two are dummy folders, td, tdum, that are going to use over here in this column for read write, and in this column for read only. This did. So in other words, user Alvaro gets to read write to folder tdum, but only gets read only access to td. There's also access denied, but I've left it blank. But when I get to stage 10, set permissions, that's where I do some interesting things. That's when it starts getting complicated. That's where, but I'm not gonna do all 19 users. I'm just gonna do 8 users. I'm gonna, well, the passwords shouldn't have changed, but I'm going to set the read write to different folders, to different user folders, and the read only to different, distinct from. So what's on this column should not be on that column, and it should not be on this column. They should be distinct, because if any of them are the same, you'll get errors. Okay, so in this case, I copied and pasted into a text file this portion. I forgot about. I decided to skip everything else, leave it as it is in the first file. So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is go over to my cloud to the dashboard, and I'm gonna add multiple users. I'm gonna import users. And which one am I going to upload? The one that creates all the users. So that's stage 00, create all. So I'm going to go next, and it's going to load it up. And you'll see that it's ready to create all these users. And there's a whole bunch of them. There's 19 users. And they're shares of the same kind of name, and 7 special folders, reserved and shareable, and dummy folders td and tdum. Okay, so I apply, and it's updating, it's creating them, and when it's done, I should be able to see what got created on the NAS. So what got created on the NAS is, well, this one, EWI admin, was already there. I couldn't delete that one, but I deleted everything and then recreated all these. So I created P Alvar, P Camille, P Carlo, P Chris, etc. Let's go down to select Q Alvar. Mm, yeah. So what got created has read-write access to a folder of the same name. That's interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so let's see, shares. So everything got created that I wanted, right? Now let's go down to TD and TDUM. Let's see, here's TD. I don't know. I should have gotten some activity here. So that means I have to run this again. See if that's. Uh, it didn't complete what it was supposed to do, but if I run it again, it will. Well, that's what I expect. So I run this one again. Create all. There it is. Stage 00 create all. .txt. So it's loading that file, and that's what's gonna get. Uh, wait a minute. I have to cancel and make sure. Do it again. Make sure that. Make sure that. Let me select. Oh, make sure that this is check marked. Did you see what was check marked? Let's try it again. See, this has to be check marked. Overwrite. Okay, so I'm going to overwrite. And so always keep it overwriting. That's the file I want. Stage 00. Create all. So the first time I ran it, just a few moments ago, it created all, but it didn't set the permissions correctly. Because I want them certain, just about everybody to have read-write access to the folder tdum. See, that I look at, for example, this guy. See, tdum, I want to have read-write access, and td, read-only access. That's what I set for everyone, so I gotta apply it again and see if it'll work. Hope it works. Okay, so I go to this guy, and so it shares. I go down to TD and TDUM, see what it is. It should be at the bottom. Yep, there it is. I want read write for TDUM and read only for TD. Oh, and if I go to shares and look at the very bottom, TD, It should be all read-only. Anti-dumb should be all read-write. Now I know that it's working. But should I delete these? Leave the shares undeleted, but go through and delete the users? That's what I'm wondering. I think I'm gonna do it that way. Delete. hmm This is important because if I delete the shares, I'm also deleting the content that is there. So I want to be able to, if I have to, delete all the users and then recreate them with particular settings, permissions to the shares. So I'm deleting all the users. I'm on the user side, deleting all the users. Hmm. I'm deleting all the users. Man, there were a lot of users created. I still got maybe 20 more. I don't know. Let's see. Supposed to delete this doesn't delete the shares. Well, the when I create a user, it also creates a share of the same name, and the share becomes a folder, a physical space, right? almost done. So I deleted all the users, but the shares are still there and they got the same names as the users. Let's see. But then now I can't see any access. So then I go here. I'm going to import the file that specifies the access for 9 of them, 9 of the, or so of the users. No, maybe it's less. Maybe it's 7. Using this stage 10 set permissions. So there's stage 10 set permission. Oh, that's over here. So in stage 10, I'm gonna work on 8 users only. So it's a light file. I'm actually importing, oops, from here, from this corner to this corner. Oh, from that corner to that corner. From that corner to that corner. Damn. From that corner to that corner. All this. So I'm importing, what's it? In the horizontal direction, it's columns A through G and rows 2 through 9, 8 rows. And here's what that file looks like. There it is. See, there it is. It looks kind of offset, kind of jagged, because the space between the columns is a tab character. And sometimes if the content is kind of wide, it gets pushed. Like here it's kind of narrow, but here it's kind of twice as wide, so this space is the tab, is the same as this tab, and they're in the same column, so they don't line up. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to go back to over here, set permissions. There's the file I'm going to add. So there they are. It creates 8 users. There they are, the 8 users. It's creating this user and this password, and so on until the 8th one. And then over here, I'm giving the permissions. That user has permission to view what's in these shares, and has permission to write to these shares, and is denied access those shares. Okay, so let's see if I get this right. Read write these shares. Denied access these shares. Yep. And quota 20 gigs. So Alvar got created. He's got 20 gigs. There's the 20 gigs. And he's got permission to himself, the folder by the same name. And he's got permission to read to this folder also. In this folder, he's got read-only permission. And all those other ones. Those are 7. No, 6. 6. Maybe there should be 7. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe that's all there is. But I see 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's something missing. I see. Q's. 5, 6. Oh, there's another one down here. Maybe they're in alphabetical order. Oh, there's this one right here. That's the 8th one. He's got read-only permission to a total of 7, and read-write permission to his own namesake folder. Okay. Well, with the letter Q. Okay. Huh. So what if I look up the share, the share Q Alvar? I don't remember if I ran this twice. Maybe I don't have to run it twice. Maybe I do. Oh no. Mm. TD and TDUM went back to like that. Mm. Okay, so let me add it again. Maybe I don't have to do this twice in this case. This is good. I learned something today. This stage 10 set permissions. Stage 10 set permissions. And this is the second pass. In this case, it doesn't seem to be necessary. It did it correctly. Because the shares had already been created. Mm-hmm. Hmm. This estimating, the reason why it's not set is because that file didn't have anything to do with estimating. Let's see. So notice that this is a long list. It's got all the shares. Even TD is there. But because I deleted the TD, I deleted the TD and TDUM user, then I lost access. So nobody can get access to TD or TDUM, right? No user can gain access to it. But I set access to, let's say, for example, I got access to Q Carlo. So everyone should get read-only access except P Carlo is the owner, so that user gets full access to Q Carlo, and so on. So this worked. Let's see, what did I learn? So I learned that I learned that when you delete all the users and leave all the shares, and then you run a file with a certain number of users, only those users are going to show up, and in that file I give permissions for those users to have certain access to certain shares. For example, I want the share Q Hydro to be seen read only by everyone well, I didn't mess with the EEWE admin, but all these users from here to here got read-only access, plus this guy. But pHido, since he's the owner, the user owner of qHido, he gets full access, so he can share things there. So qHido is like a shareable folder, and that's why I have to put everyone as read-only. So this file worked, and so I can continue adding users this way. I wonder if I can do that independently. Like, hmm. Well, see, if I do, like, see, I added only these users. What if I want to add some other users? Well, I think I can add them, but then the read-onlys are so integrated, and the access denieds are so integrated. Oh, you know what? I'm going to create. Mm, I'm going to create another folder, another file. I'm going to call it rename. I'm going to call it stage 11. Add some more users. So I'm going to, what I'm going to do is see if I can create these. Oh, you know what? I'm going to insert them right here. And I'm going to go insert there. So I'm going to pass along these, right? Oh, but I have to create these users. Oh, I'm gonna create these temporary users. TD and TDum. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I'm gonna add these at the bottom. So I'm going to put these right there, maybe. Insert copy to, yeah. but I want to do let's see. I learned that it looks like you don't have to say that you're hmm, well, maybe you do have to say that you're gonna read write to OP to well, I haven't created those, have I? Oh, they are already created. Also, I'm gonna give read write access to S goose and then read read um, SOPS. Mm, so that mm, 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 goose throw hymen. Oh no, these are not S. These are Q. Oh, so I'm fixing. I accidentally opened the help. Oh, I'm fixing a mistake. Shouldn't be S but Q. I'm sure that what's over here is not over there. Mm, mm, mm. Uh-oh. Tweedledee. Mm, mm. How come? Mm. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 parameters. Okay, so without deleting anything, I'm going to add some more users. See what happens. I'm actually going to add all the users. Hmm. Bet I haven't. Hmm. Since stage 11, add some more users. Making sure everything's right. Hmm. It didn't overwrite anything. That's good. Let's see. I may not need to run it twice. Let's look at the shares Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let's see. Share Tweedledee gets is full access by Tweedledee user Tweedledee, and Tweedledum gets read-only access to Tweedledee. So the opposite is for that. Oh, wait a minute, look at that. Tweedledum gets full access from both. That's interesting. What did I have on here? I don't know. Okay, yeah. When you don't put Tweedledum in here, it's inferred that Tweedledum gets Tweedledum. So folder Tweedledum is accessed by Tweedledum and Tweedledee because it's right here. Okay, so folder. So shared Tweedledum. I'm looking at shared Tweedledum. It's gonna get accessed by Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And I'm gonna go ahead and run it twice. It looks like I don't have to though. That's the same file, right? Yep. With the new users. So this is the second pass. So this is not gonna do anything new because the new users, like this new user, is getting that. It looks right because yes, yeah. And user Tweedledee gets access to Tweedledum completely. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Very good. So I've learned a lot. Why is this only use XP Camille? P Camille, because P Camille. But what about Q Camille? Right. Okay, so it's working. So that means in tracking what the stages. Stage tracking. Stage 10.5 failed. Stage create all users. What's this called? Partial? don't think it's necessary to do all that anymore. I think I got a hang of something. I learned that it's not necessary to define in here. Let's see, what's a good place to show? It's not necessary to define in this column, the read write column, that you want to read write to this folder because it's automatically done so. So previously I was putting for P for this for a folder P Alvar, I would, or for a user P Alvar, I would say give it access to P Alvar, but that's not necessary. But Q Alvar is necessary. So in other words, I would want to delete the first name through here. Oh, you know what? Let's see. What else? And let's see, shares. Oh, users. The interesting thing is that I haven't added the users that I don't want to be users. So that's something I learned. I create all the users and shares and then delete the shares in this users area. That's very interesting. Hmm. Okay, so that's good enough.